When the craziness started with COVID-19, it was too easy to be sucked into scrolling social media, moving from the couch to the fridge. To get caught up on the news and the gravity of situation, the unknown and conspiracy theories, the constant change in information that we are receiving, that is indefinite. The grand feeling of uncertainty within everything we do and all over the world. When I let this thought about uncertainty linger too long in my mind, so many things made me feel disconnected from myself. The need to isolate ourselves and stay 6 feet apart, it's taken away much of the socially focused lives most of us live. I worry that our habits and actions will become more robotic. Our whole lives have changed in a matter of months. I felt lost and did not know what to do. Thankfully, being surrounded by nature snaps you out of the numbness. Nature allows people to take a step back and not get wrapped up in all the negatives. It is a place unencumbered of restrictions and yellow tape. You can enjoy things without having to worry about sanitizing. My ability to think, express, and move freely of these restrictions and distraction is the greatest stimulant I could think of. These memories from the summer will also help power me through the tough days as the weather starts to turn. I use the outdoors to reconnect with myself and take time to find what really matters to me. The immersion in nature, a deeper appreciation of the small, simple things. All the feel-good hormones. The pause halfway up a route to look around you. I use those days as an escape. I will continue to enjoy those moments after this is over. It will be my job to be out in nature. Many things are overlooked by someone who simply passes by. There is a silver lining to this pandemic. web browser and type in the link that you see on the screen here. It has been emailed to you if you purchase tickets, or you can simply take a picture and type it in at your leisure. We'll then bring you to this page here. Now if you scroll down, you'll be able to view the photos one last time. Once you're ready to vote, you click on Register. And then you'll select the photo that you wish to vote for. And sorry Marcus, this example here won't actually count towards you. So you select it, hit Register. And then you'll have to type in some quick information here, your first and last name, as well as your email address. And I'm sorry, but you will have to repeat it again at the bottom here just to finish it up. Once you're done filling it out, finally click the last Register button. And voila, your vote has been submitted.
guys.
Hi.
I hope everyone's doing good. Thank you for coming to the meeting tonight. Looks like we only have a handful of us here, so I'll try and keep it brief. Today on the agenda for the alumni chapter, we have a number of really exciting things coming up for the planning in the next few months. Biggest thing, I think, is the choosing of the next president for the chapter. So that's going to be very exciting. We're going to be holding a vote, of course, after the meeting, so stay tuned for that. Next up, of course, we've got, Carly, hi.
So, just quickly, this is my first year here. What exactly does alumni chapter do?
Oh, sweet. So glad to have you, Carly. And I'm so glad you asked that. So the alumni chapter is a really cool group of alumni from the ETOL program, best program ever. And what we do is we try and stick around as long as we can after graduation. We try and create that ETOL community feeling after you've done all your classes. And what we really do is we try and be a helping hand for the film night group. And we also create events like the speaker series, which will be coming up soon. So yeah, we try and be there when we can for current students. And we try and be a space for alumni that really keeps the ETOL fire going. So yeah, thankful to have you, and it's great to see you.
Dope. Happy to be here.
Awesome. All right, so on that note, speaker series. It's going to be the next event that we got here coming up after film night, of course. Don't really know how that's doing, but we'll check in a little bit. So speaker series is going to be a little interesting. COVID's kind of shut down a lot of our events here, unfortunately. So we'll have to see coming into the spring what we're going to do COVID-wise to try and keep everything safe and secure for students, as much as we'd like to have those one-on-one in-person gatherings that make the alumni chapter and the ETOL program so special. It'll be a little different, I think, whether that's online or something else. We'll have to see. So we'll have to have a little chat about the new COVID procedures that we're going to have in place. So yeah, planning wise, that's kind of what we're looking forward to. There's this whole film night thing going on, I guess. I don't really know too much of that.
Yeah, what's happening with film
anyone
night
else know what's going on? Oh, hey Zach, yeah. Hey, there's our student liaison with the ETOL program. How's it going?
It's going well. You know, we're kind of in the process of planning film night right now as we film this, but I think film night's going pretty good so far. I don't know.
Yeah.
But given what date I should probably go work on it. There's a lot of merch and great prizes that are coming this year. It's going to be fantastic. Check them out. Check the website out. I'm gonna go work on getting ready. See you guys.
Yeah. Oh, sweet. Okay. Bye, Zach.
Bye.
Yeah, geez. Totally forgot what day it is. Holy crap. Well, cool. I think we've got some stuff planned for film night. We usually advertise for recruitment and stuff like that, try and get some new fresh faces into the chapter. Does anybody know what we've got on board for recruitment this year?
Heard we were just going to give them a link for a Google form to sign up for the chapter on the film night website.
Oh, yeah, totally. Thanks for reminding me, Carly.
But also, what day is it today?
Oh, crap.
What is ETOL? For starters, it stands for Ecotourism and Outdoor Leadership. What does that mean? Well, I could try to tell you, but I'm afraid that if I'm the only one to tell you, I might miss out on what everyone else might think. So I asked my classmates what they thought, and here's what they had to say.
What does ETOL mean to me? ETOL means community. It means being an individual, but being able to work together. It means standing up and taking the lead, not only from the front, but also behind. ETOL means to me collaboration and innovation. It also means to go outdoors, enjoy the things I love, but constantly learn new things. It means to understand others, as well as collaborate and focus on a better tomorrow. To me, ETOL means to be a better leader today and learn tomorrow.
Tourism is what motivated me to enroll in ETOL. The concept of ecotourism is complex. Even after 4 years of studying it, there is no simple definition. But I think that's the beauty of it. It looks different and works differently every place you go.
To me, the best part about ETOL is the friendships that I've made. And those friendships have turned into a second family.
ETOL is a safe place to make mistakes where they are meant to be made so that we can learn from them together.
Ecotourism and outdoor leadership is far more than just a degree. It is a community that provides opportunity to those in and around it through knowledge, skills, and friendships.
Chad, what is ETOL?
Hurting yourself to see cool things.
ETOL is the place where I've met some of my favorite people ever. I've had so much fun these past 4 years. The places I've been to and the experiences I've had were incredible, but they were only made better because of the people that I had by my side.
ETOL is an amalgamation of outdoor adventure seekers, aspiring environmentalists, community-focused entrepreneurs, and fun-loving individuals that all want to show the world that we can enjoy the natural world at its fullest potential.
ETOL is an opportunity for outdoor education to be expressed. We get to learn in more creative and interesting circumstances, which helps build on all the information we already know.
A whole bunch of and then we're going to put a whole bunch of people in it, and we are going
ETOL is versatile. As a degree, it is such a unique synthesis of technical skills, academic work, and leadership that opens the door for students into endless opportunities. This program both inspires students to pursue whatever their outdoor dreams may be and equips them with skills to reach success on any path they choose.
ETOL allows students to step out of their comfort zone and learn new skills, while giving the opportunity to gain new experiences in a positive and nurturing environment.
In the ETOL community, you learn how to be your best self and go through a lot of character development.
The ETOL program has shaped me into who I am today. Our adventures have given me memories, relationships, and valuable lessons that I will never forget. Not only did it teach me how to thrive in the outdoors, it also taught me how to help the outdoors thrive as well.
ETOL has been such a huge success because of the amazing professors and instructors that we've had along the way. They've put in so much hard work and passion towards helping their students succeed, and they've helped 20 years of graduates achieve their dreams.
It might look like all fun and games, but there's a side that many people might not see. It isn't all that easy, and it might not be for everyone. It takes courage, teamwork, and a commitment to take care of yourself and everyone around you. It's sort of like climbing a mountain. Everyone will see you standing at the top with smiles on your face, but you would never be able to get there without the hard work and dedication it took along the way. Not many people will see the cuts, the bruises, and the route finding it took for you to find your way. And maybe everyone will take a different path. But in the end, no matter the speed you travel at or who's with you along the way, everyone will get there eventually.
What is land acknowledgement?
Those of us that are continuing our oral history are blessed. What we shared, that was told from way back.
We were part of the ecosystem. We were not masters of it.
You know, after we grow up from our biological mothers, the earth becomes our caregiver. Everything that we need is there.
We were raised to believe that everything has a spirit, and that everything around us is alive and has a purpose.
The spirit of the land and our spirit. You can't separate land and people.
In Treaty 7 territory, I'm accepted, I'm something, and I'm with my people.
We honor our ancestors by acknowledging Treaty 7 territory. We acknowledge the Treaty 7 nations, the Piikani First Nation, the Siksika First Nation, the Kainai First Nation, the Stoney Nakoda First Nations, and the Tsuut'ina First Nation. We acknowledge the ancestral territory of the Siksikaitsitapi, the Blackfoot Confederacy, and the home of Métis Region number 3.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Wait, where's my co-host? Oh my gosh, she's late for everything. Hang on, just let me give her a call super quick. I'm so sorry to keep you guys waiting. Oh my God, she's not answering her phone. Oh my goodness. I don't know.
Hey, pal, how's it going, buddy?
Vienna, where have you been?
Well, I don't know. I thought we were doing film night tonight, and I rolled up. I was out skiing today, you know.
Film night is not only tonight, but it's right now.
I don't see anyone here.
It's
like, are they outside right now?
It's online, remember? It's live streamed. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I forgot. Wait, right now. Right now. Right like, now. They're, Okay. They're watching. Let's Yeah. get this started then. Okay. Here we
Well,
go.
yeah, off to a bit of a rocky start, but good evening, everybody, and welcome to Film Night 2020. My name is Laura, and I'm one of the students who's been involved in making Film Night a reality this year. What great videos to start the night. In the spirit of reconciliation, I'd like to acknowledge that we live, work, and play on the traditional territories of the Blackfoot Confederacy, Siksika, Kainai, Piikani, the Tsuut'ina, the Stoney Nakoda Nations, the Métis Nation Region 3, Treaty 7 Territory region of southern Alberta.
With acknowledgement of the land, we would also like to acknowledge you and thank you for attending this evening. My name is Vienna, and I am another one of the faces behind the screens bringing you here tonight. This year, we would like to celebrate 20 years of ETOL. Over the past 20 years, there have been so many amazing students that have gone through the program at Mount Royal University in Calgary, Alberta.
Well, I think it's time to address the elephant in the room. COVID has certainly changed the way that Film Night has traditionally been done. Normally, we'd have around 600 people here gathered at the Bella Theatre at Mount Royal University. And although this isn't the case this year, we want to shed some light on the positive aspects that an online film night has given us. Tonight, we have viewers from all across Canada, from the west coast of BC all the way to the east coast of Nova Scotia. I've heard that we have some viewers from Mexico, the United States, and even some people from across the waters in Europe tuning in to watch tonight. We're here to celebrate our community with you, and we're so excited to do so. Vienna, please tell us a little bit more about what tonight is all about.
Instead of letting COVID get us down, our applied leadership class took the initiative to turn Film Night into something even more awesome. It has allowed us to host an event where everyone is welcome, no matter where they are in the world. We have an amazing assortment of people tonight, including ETOLers, outdoor educators, outdoor enthusiasts, students, family, and friends. Film Night features a collection of outdoor-themed films made by many different people who all share a love for the outdoors. Tonight, while Laura and I are live on your screens, you lucky viewers get to enjoy tonight from the comfort of your couch, bed, hammock, sleeping bag, or wherever you choose. We're all here tonight because we have a common passion for the outdoors, conservation, and celebration of community.
Thank you all so much for joining us, and let's get the show rolling and move on to the Esker videos. The Esker videos are films that were submitted by ETOL students, alumni, and other rad people who love the outdoors just as much as us. During the intermission, you'll have an opportunity to vote on your favorite film, and the winner will receive the infamous Esker Award, which we'll tell you all about a little bit later.
Now, we may or may not have taken a peek at some of the Esker films, and boy, are you guys in for a treat.
I like the sound of that. Hey, does this canoe behind us have anything to do with the first film?
You betcha. Our first night, to kick off the night, we have an Expedition 1 film where third-year students canoed the North Saskatchewan River. The video is submitted by Miran Patel, Jen Smulders, Santana Shukin, and Claire Misyalski. Expedition 1 is a 10-day ETOL trip students carry halfway through their degree. Typically, there's the option to canoe, kayak, or backpack, but things went a little bit differently this year. Laura, what did they have to say about their epic film?
Well, this expedition was originally supposed to be for sea kayaking in Tofino during the month of May, but once COVID hit, some plans had to be changed. After a rough 4 months of the group feeling confused, disconnected, and disheartened, Joe announced that the group would go canoeing on the North Saskatchewan River in August instead. Forced to work with COVID precautions, a new environment, new skills, and at times aggressive weather, this expedition group put their heads together and made it work. This film highlights the good, the bad, and the cooperative. We would also like to give thanks to and recognize the land that this expedition took place on, which includes the Blackfoot Confederacy, Ktunaxa, Stoney Nakoda, Tsuut'ina, as well as Treaty 6 and 7 territory, Métis Regions 2, 3, and 4, which the river crosses over.
Sometimes in the waves of change, we find our true direction. It's funny, if you had asked me in March what I would be doing in May, I would have told you that I was off to get my ocean kayak certification. Little did I know now, in August, I would be packing to go canoeing down the North Saskatchewan River. Life has a pretty interesting way of directing you where you need to be.
Excited for to become a better canoeer, to be on the water. Done a lot of backpacking. I'm excited to try something new, really, and excited to try and not fall in as much as possible.
I am most excited just to be out there again, because most of my summer has just been lying in a bed feeling gross. So I'm just really happy to finally get on a trip and finally be where I'm happiest again.
I am really excited about just getting onto the water because this trip has been a lot of work in putting the whole thing together, and there's a lot of moving parts.
When on an expedition like this, growth from an individualistic point of view is one thing. But when an entire cohort grows with you, that just makes it even better. Although your peers are pushing you to succeed, they're also there to pick you up if you fall down. They watch you grow and grow with you.
Rubber Ducky 1, do you copy?
We're about to go full send. Copy.
Was born in a city, but I prefer the bay. Got you here with me, but I've seen better days.
I know that the river solves everything. So once you get on the river, everything is much better.
Now that was a great film to start off the night. Hey, Laura?
I couldn't agree more. That looked like an awesome expedition.
I really need to get out onto the water again. I spend way too much time on the land. But speaking of waves and rivers, Our next nominee is Jacob Kelly Quinlan, who documented his journey of becoming an incredible river surfer by surfing rivers all around the globe.
Jacob said, "The hardest part of setting a goal is never knowing if you have what's required to achieve it." When Jacob took on the goal of surfing 100 river waves, he faced a big challenge, one that would shape 10 years of his life. Right up until the last moment on his final expedition, he froze in fear, still with doubts of not knowing if he had what it took. And in the end, it all came down to taking a leap of faith.
You don't know me. I'm not a famous surfer, or even a particularly good one. My journey is one of distant places, unlikely of finding those perfect waves you've seen on TV, and nowhere near the beach. My hunt is for something closer to home, something that will open doors for surfers everywhere. 10 years ago, I set this goal for myself that's led me to where I am today. I was trying to show the world oceans aren't the only place to look for waves. Surf can be as close as your nearest river. On the road few surfers travel, I'm often asked if I'm lost. Don't surfers live on the ocean? It's a really hard thing to explain to someone who believes it. You can't surf here. At most, someone would know about one or two of the famous river waves. I had a really hard time believing how many waves were actually on my list. Each new wave was this chance to show them that the spirit of surfing, it's not limited to the world's best coastlines. And the more I searched, the more I found others like me, hunting for something we've never seen in a magazine. They taught me how to read river gauges, what to look for in satellite images, and how to use a jet ski to hit the really big waves. Each with the same story of wanting to surf where they live, what they call home. If there's one thing I've learned, it's if there's a will, there's a wave. There are few moments in my life where I've stared directly into the face of what scares me the most. Everything that led me to this moment is now awake inside. All of my successes, but all of my failures as well. Doubt, disbelief. It starts in the pit of my stomach and moves down to my feet like a pair of concrete shoes. Then I remember why I started all this in the first place. If I can prove it's possible to surf 100 river waves, there is no doubt in my mind you can achieve your dreams too. It all starts with a leap of faith.
Wow. I don't know much about catching waves, but that film definitely caught my attention.
Right? That amount of work to have done what he has done takes a lot of energy. A lot of energy takes a lot of calories. You know what I like to do to fill up on my calories?
What?
Eat pizza. Hey, what's the difference between a large pizza and a climbing guide?
I don't know. What?
A large pizza can feed a family of 4.
Hey, now, you better apologize to Stephen Fanstone, an avid climber, 2020 ETOL grad, and our next nominee.
I was just kidding. It's just a joke. You know, I am so jealous of the seriously skilled climbers I've met throughout ETOL. They're so talented.
Big time. In this next film, join 4 friends on a thrilling 13-day expedition in Joshua Tree National Park, which resides on the Mojave Desert Nation's land. The friends complete a massive 90-kilometer backpacking trip throughout the entire park, where they camped in backcountry and established sites, while at the same time exploring the rich history of traditional crack climbing in Joshua Tree National Park.
Holy man, it'd be nice if we could go somewhere a little bit warmer.
Don't worry, Jesse. I got a plan to let us climb and backpack a little somewhere warmer.
Okay, everybody, so this is day 1 of 13 on our trip down to J Tree, or Joshua Tree. We're just driving our first 11 hours down. We got 22 hours of driving to go, so another 11-hour day tomorrow. We're driving down. We got obviously Steven over here, crewing the ship for right now. We're going to be doing his expedition. Once he's done his expedition, he can finally graduate. So close. So close. So we'll be sleeping in the van for 2 nights. We got our bags in the back, and then behind us even farther is Danny and Renio in their van. Cruising along. So yeah, you guys gonna join us for this little trip?
What is going on here?
Hello, friends. Are you guys eating on the sidewalk? The reason we're eating on the sidewalk is because Neo's van had to get its tire changed because it was popped.
Update, we're still at Discount Tire getting the other van's tire changed.
Howdy folks, we're here in the desert.
I would say always trust your instincts.
It just makes you enjoy every moment, so yeah.
Another layer of pants, I guess, is what I would have told Renio 13 days ago in wool socks.
That's gonna be okay.
Wow, living the dream. Hey Laura, did you know that Joshua trees can live to be up to 1,000 years old? That's such a unique place to take your expedition.
Yeah, crazy. Hey Vienna, somebody recently asked me why I took up downhill skiing.
Yeah? What'd you tell them?
Well, I told them it was because uphill skiing is way too hard.
Okay, well, going uphill was no problem for our next nominee, ETOL alumni Will Woods, who created a film with his pal Eric from the time they went backcountry skiing in northern Japan.
When Will sent us his film, he attached the saying, "Remember when you could go places and do stuff? Man, those were the days." After hearing whispers about the powder in Japan, and since you could just hop on an airplane and go, they did. Some of them had just graduated, some of them were between jobs, some of them were brothers from the same mother, but only one of them was a ginger. Eric, the filmmaker, lugged GoPro cameras all over the mountains in Hokkaido as they sampled the ample powder skiing that northern Japan had to offer. Here's a glimpse of what 3 weeks of Japanuary looked like. This film took place in the Ainu's native land, where they were recently granted indigenous status of Hokkaido, as they have inhabited the island for centuries. Here is Japao.
Well, Laura, did that convince you to try uphill skiing?
Well, Vienna, if I could have looked that gnarly shredding down a mountain, I'd definitely give it a go.
Hey, Laura, this next video we have up next has me thinking.
Oh, yeah, what about?
What would it be called if too many animals moved into Shrek's swamp?
Oh my god, do I want to know the answer?
Ogre population.
Wow. I can't say I saw that one coming, but maybe our next nominee would have.
Our next film was submitted by Fisher Stevenson, a first-year ETOL student who's demonstrated a passion for conserving Alberta's wetlands.
When Fisher sent us his film, he included the statement, "Wetlands play a vital role in many animal populations' health by providing food, areas for nesting and mating, and other countless factors that are a core part of a healthy ecosystem. Unfortunately, local wetlands are disappearing at an alarming rate due to municipal developments and agriculture, and many animal populations are decreasing because of this. These animals don't have a voice, but we do, and it's our responsibility to protect them, or we could lose them. We are the problem, but we can also be the solution if we're willing to act before it's too late. These are our wetlands."
These are some of the animals being impacted by the destruction of wetlands in our community. These wetlands are being destroyed by things like urban development and agriculture activity. There has been a significant growth of new communities being developed in our area, and with that, less wetlands. All of these animals depend on wetlands for food, shelter, breeding, nesting, and the list goes on. These creatures were our past. They are our present, and if nothing changes, many of them will not be our future. From the largest moose to the smallest butterfly, there are many, many creatures that depend on these wetlands for survival. From all things that swim, crawl, run, or fly, these animals need and deserve our protection. These wetlands are incredibly important, but unfortunately, the number one threat to these wetlands is us.
Wow. That really made you think. Isn't it amazing how there's so many different paths and opportunities ETOL creates? I mean, you could be an amazing climber, an entrepreneur, or you could help save the world.
Agreed. ETOL provides so many amazing opportunities for its students. Hey, Vienna, why do you have that paddle out?
Why? Because we have another glorious canoeing expedition to watch.
Right. Our next video was submitted by Wasey Little Light and M. Isaac, who participated on the original Expedition 1 trip to go canoeing on the North Saskatchewan River. This expedition took place on land, including the Blackfoot Confederacy, Ktunaxa, Stoney Nakoda, Tsuut'ina, Treaty 6 and 7 territory, as well as Métis regions 2, 3, and 4, which the river crosses over. We present to you Inconvenient.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain speaking. If you were to look out at the left side of the craft, you're going to notice we have some water coming up. Thank you so much for flying with MRU Airways. Have a lovely flight.
I think Sarah.
With the big rock.
Yeah, right.
You gotta flex. Learning from the best. Say hi, Ethan.
What is happening?
Spider-Man!
Do a flip!
No, no, do not do a flip! Do not do it!
Ben, come, say hi.
Hello.
clear sailing, do you think?
Welcome to our newest campsite. We're sitting here under a bunk cart, surely by choice, but not due to circumstance. We are living the Hawaiian life, but in dryness. It's inconvenient, but we'll make it work.
Well, if I had to boil it down to one most iconic moment in this whole trip, it would have to be us kind of coming together and rafting up and just laughing and having an amazing time floating down the last 20 kilometers to our last night here.
And I knew the moment me and Ben were going to flip when I saw Ben's hands go all over them gunnels.
I think the most fun thing about this trip for myself would be not tipping in the water at the rapids, but still getting a boat full of water.
Best moment of this trip was the moment that we kicked off the shore at the put-in near Nordegg, left the crazy world behind to set off on this journey with each other and connect with one another and with the land.
Wow, that looked like such a fun expedition. Brings me back to some fond memories of my sea kayaking expedition in Tofino.
Woof, my knees hurt every time I think back to my expedition in the Purcells. I think my body aged a few millennia over those 10 days.
Well, Vienna, you don't look a day over 30.
Well, I do wish my body still had the endurance to achieve the incredible things Jenna Sherrington has accomplished in our next film.
Jenna Sherrington? Isn't that our very own Professor Ian Sherrington's daughter?
You betcha. Lindsay Winder is an ETOL graduate who made this next film, interviewing Jenna Sherrington's passion for biathlon and Canmore. We would like to give thanks to Treaty 7 territory, home to the Stoney Nakoda, Siksika, Blood Nation, Kootenay, and Métis Region 3, which the land the Canmore Nordic Centre resides on.
So my name is Jenna Sherrington and I am a biathlete. I've been skiing my whole life, so my parents just put me on skis when I was about 2 and they were like, yeah, try it. And I was like, perfect. So I've always been a cross-country skier and I've always loved it, like, so much. It's been a huge passion for me. But I think just adding the extra aspect of shooting into it, like, was just the extra challenge that I needed. Biathlon is cross-country skiing, skate skiing to be specific, and rifle shooting. And the rifles that we use are .22 caliber and they're bolt action. So I train like anywhere between 5 to 6 days a week. And so I'm also in high school, so grade 12, so a little bit crazy with that too, trying to graduate. Right now I'm a youth level, so the next level up would be junior and then senior, which would be Olympic level. So I still have a couple more years before I can make it. My plan is to move out to Canmore and train with Biathlon Alberta Training Centre. And yeah, just work and train. And yeah, hopefully do that for a few years. It's really hard because there's not a ton of funding in biathlon, so you have to work almost full time while trying to train full time, and it's really hard to balance the two. I found seeing what my friends are going through. It's really different from what the Europeans have going on. So they just train. They don't really have to work because there's so much funding. I think my parents have probably been my biggest support system, my biggest resource. And yeah, just my family as a whole. They've been so supportive and so great. I feel like committing to biathlon is a huge gamble because it could either turn out to be amazing and I'll have the time of my life, or I could be really struggling financially and be living paycheck to paycheck. So I think that's the biggest gamble, but it's definitely a risk I'm willing to take because I love it and it's my passion. I need to give it a go at least once. Need to see where it goes.
Sheesh! You see Jenna fly up that hill? That was just pure muscle power.
Yeah, no kidding. We could have used that kind of muscle power when we were cross-country skiing up mountains. Do you remember? Back on the Norway Field School in 2018.
Oh, I'll never forget that. I love telling people about our experience with skinning uphill. They basically told us to walk around in sticky wax on our skis and then go walk around in a little patch of some dry grass, and they were rest assured you will not slip or slide. Let alone, we ended up sliding everywhere, and I was praying to gods I had never prayed to anymore to just help me get through the day. I ended up running down the mountain while everyone else skied just because I had no idea why I had grass on my skis, and I would just recommend sticking with traditional skins.
Yeah, do not recommend cross-country skis when taken on a mountain, that's for sure. We were a mess, but we had fun doing it. And I actually had so much fun on the field school that I went back to Norway in my third year to study there and learn about outdoor education.
Our next film was made by my co-MC, Laura. From the time she spent 6 months studying in Oslo, learning about Norway's outdoor industry. In her spare time, she traveled to other countries in Europe while showing how ETOL can take you around the world if you put your mind to it. We want to recognize the Sami people who are natives to the land of northern Norway.
In the fall of 2019, I went on exchange to Oslo, Norway to study Friluftsliv, the Nordic concept of getting outdoors. I explored Norway and its vast landscapes, taking in the outstanding views and natural environments this country has to offer.
The coolest one I've ever been into. It's good.
To study in Norway was the reason I went on exchange, but I ended up traveling to other countries along the way where I experienced cultures different from my own and had an amazing time doing it.
Nice work, Laura. That looked like a wicked semester abroad. ETOL can really take you around the world.
Big time. Your time in ETOL is definitely what you choose to make of it.
Well, our final Esker film of the evening is a real treat.
Yes, this film is for another Expedition 1 that took place in the Purcell Mountain Range, which lies in the Ktunaxa Nation territory. The theme of the film is why, and the question is not only answered by the participants on the expedition, but also by the footage shot and edited by Brian Schmidt and Ryan Dumke. They hope that the film is as impactful for the viewers as the trip was for those who were a part of it.
Why am I here? I, as someone who has been able to put together a career in the outdoor industry, recognize the impact that good mentorship has had on my career and my development as a professional, and so I'm here to give back. I'm here to pour into the guys and girls who are here now, and to help them develop and grow and turn into the professionals of tomorrow.
It was important for me to fight for this expedition and the other experiential elements of the ETOL program for August and into fall 2020 during this time of pandemic, because what we do out here is incredibly experiential. You can read a book, you can read a textbook, you can watch a movie, you can hear about it, but really until you go out with a group of 9 other people and put a 50, 60 pound backpack on your back and walk through really torturous terrain for 9 days, do you really understand what it is to actually lead people in this kind of environment. So it's incredibly important.
I actually think this is one of the best trips that ETOL has to offer because everyone is suffering together.
Rock on, kids!
After the trip, I want to say to myself, Sean, you are a tough guy.
I chose this expedition for this reason right here.
Probably should have brought an ice axe.
Hey guys, you're with Maddie here, and being outside is awesome and I love it.
So I think the biggest thing I've taken away from this trip or learned during the course of the last week here is the difference between being a solid follower and a leader. And what this trip is about is everyone stepping into the leadership role.
Yeah, you know, my favorite part was cuddling with Spencer in the tent and summiting Dawn Mountain.
I think my favorite part of this trip is probably getting to know each and every one of the members in this group better, and really just the effect that the outdoors has on bringing people together and bringing people closer. And I think this really showed it through this trip.
I will remember this all my life.
Wow. I had the opportunity to go on the Purcell expedition last year, and the beautiful scenery and hard work really took me back to the feeling of waking up to sore feet and smelly gear. But I cannot imagine the amount of effort it must have took to haul that drone throughout the whole expedition. And Sean, you are a tough guy. Don't even worry about it. It really makes you realize why it's worth it. Hey, Laura? And it's something everyone needs to experience at least once in their lifetime.
Exactly. Well said. We hope you all enjoyed watching these amazing Esker videos. We loved how this year's videos captured such a broad range of people, outdoor activities, and incredible adventures. We want to sincerely thank all of our nominees for the time and effort they put into making their films. Now we will be showing you all how to vote and be going directly into our intermission.
Voting for the film works much like the photo contest. You'll want to open your web browser and type in the address you see on the screen here. Please note that it is a different URL than the photo contest. You'll be brought to this page here, where you can scroll down and see screenshots of the films. You won't be able to watch them again, but hopefully seeing a photo will spark a reminder. And you'll just want to click on register. You can go down and select whichever film you'd like to vote for. Just click the down arrow and select one, and then register at the bottom. You have to type in your name, so your first and last name, as well as your email address. And you will have to repeat it just one more time. Once you're done, click register. And voila, your vote has been submitted.
Welcome back from the intermission. I hope you all had the opportunity to get your votes in for the Esker Award and the photo contest, as well as get your bids in for the silent auction.
We actually took a little look at the silent auction during the intermission, and it looks like we've raised over $4,000 already, which is very, very exciting because that money goes towards the Alan Derbyshire Student Award, which gives away a scholarship for non-academic graduation requirements for ETOL students, such as wilderness first aid and second expedition costs. So thank you all so much for helping support broke ETOL students fund their education. For the next portion of film night, we're gonna pass the stage over to some of our other classmates who are enjoying a nice time out in Fish Creek Park.
Hey everyone, my name's Curtis and this is Bree, and we are your guides for this next portion of film night. We even raised the sun back up for it.
Yeah, we couldn't just help but get outside. And we actually have one more film in store for you guys tonight. This film is called Yamayeta, which translates to The Hunter. This film was created by Cameron Kootenay and Daryl Kootenay of the Stoney Nakoda Nation. Their film was also recorded on the traditional land of Stoney Nakoda, which they do a better explanation than I can of their land and their connections to it through hunting. Please enjoy.
A rifle has a lot of meaning. It symbolizes survival. It symbolizes a way of life. In Nakota we say ta'otha, which means provider. Gary should be here pretty soon.
Embracing the land, it's almost the main reason we're out there. I mean, we're out there to hunt and to harvest a nice animal that, can feed the family, but along with that, we're out there to connect to the land. We're stepping into this world of our Mother Earth, Mkoche. The leaves, the tree, the grass.
The smell, too.
Yeah. The wind, the rain. What does hunting mean to you, brother?
It means a lot to me, especially by embracing the land, being in tune with yourself and your spirit, and it's almost like a stress reliever at the same time. It's a lot of healing, and it's a lot of fun as well.
For me, it's a sacred journey. It's a sacred way of life. We're taking lives from these animals and feeding the family, the people.
It's a way of life, and us as indigenous people, as Nakota people, hunting was our way of providing for our families and such, and taking care of your rifle, taking care of the meat after, and putting down tobacco, praying over your kill.
Giving thanks.
It has a spiritual meaning too, very spiritual meaning. When we hunt together, it's not always about killing an animal, it's about visiting as brothers. We're both busy people, and sometimes we visit more than we hunt, or sometimes it's just straight hunting, and I love that. You kind of woke in that hunter spirit in me that I had when I was a little boy, but kind of lost sight of. And so when we're out there, just being in tune and really having that respect and having the same kind of perspective on what we're doing out there is pretty amazing. When we're out there hunting, I'm always thinking about the craft after and what we do with all the certain parts, and making armbands, using the rawhide, with the hide scraping, and using the rawhide for all sorts of things, the quilling, doing parfletch work, the antlers with, making rawhide scrapers the traditional way, and having a gamobi, a drum from it as well.
It's pretty special to know that where it started and where it ends, right?
Yeah.
Hunting is a beautiful way of life that I will definitely pass on one day to my chiefs, my son and your daughter, so that they can carry on the tradition of being the family hunters.
Oh, yes.
Any day that we're out hunting is a good hunt. regardless of the outcome. Oh.
In ETOL, we actually study the benefits of and the meaning behind connecting with nature. But that film there put it into better words than I could ever express myself. So thank you again to Daryl and Cameron Kootenay for sharing this film. It was an extreme honor to not only watch ourselves, but to share with our audience today. But Curtis, I believe we have another film tonight, something with alumni, am I right?
We do. Let me just pull out my handy dandy description of it here. So we have an alumni feature film for ETOL Film Night this year. Let me tell you a little bit about it. So the 2020 edition of the alumni film will revolve around the 20-year anniversary of the program, where the film will explore the evolution of ETOL through the 2 decades of its existence. The film focuses on the long-lasting connection alumni have formed and continue to foster no matter where life has taken them. The film features a collaboration of alumni between 2003 to 2020, as well as a message from the founder of ETOL, Alan Derbyshire. We would like to acknowledge that all filming took place on Blackfoot territory, Treaty 7 land, and Métis Region 3, which is home to the Blackfoot Confederacy, Stoney Nakoda Nation, Tsuut'ina, Siksika, Piikani Nation, the Kainai Nation. We are honored to be on and use the land of these nations' ancestors.
How did I create ETOL? Well, I can't take all the credit for it, unfortunately. It started back in the 80s when we had a few outdoor courses, and they were popular enough to create a 2-year diploma, and then that switched to an applied degree. So it's kind of come full circle from phys ed courses based to back to main physical education program. But I was quite keen on trying to create a standalone bachelor's degree, so it would have been the first one ever, for sure in North America anyway, and it was a bachelor's degree in ecotourism and outdoor leadership. Unfortunately that didn't happen. I did fight hard, but I died on the hill. Hope I don't die on this one. As far as ETOL goes, I'm glad it's still thriving. I'm still pretty proud of what's been accomplished so far, though, I must add that.
Thanks to Alan, the ETOL program has been able to grow into the community that it is today. It's because of Alan that so many individuals were able to find their place in the outdoor industry. Jen, Curtis, and myself, all in our 4th and final year, had the pleasure of interviewing some of the alumni who graduated from the program between the years of 2003 and 2020.
So many people are so scared to try, and I think I fell into that as well. So you just have to be willing to put yourself out there and give it your whole heart, because a lot of people are like, oh, I tried, I failed. Well, did you really try to make it work? Did you really try to go to the mat for that business? My name is Rochelle Love. I graduated from ETOL in 2003. I now own Try It Multisport, R&R Premier Events, and Plant-Based Meal a Day. When I first graduated, what I actually thought I wanted to do, I started to work those types of jobs I always had in my mind. And then once I started to do those jobs, I figured it wasn't what I wanted to do. And I look back, and ETOL prepared you for that perfectly. There's so many courses on, starting small businesses and running small businesses. And I never really, during the degree, thought I would actually run my own. I did meet my husband in ETOL. 19 years later, we're still together.
Do you go on adventures and stuff together still?
Big time! I think that's what, drew me to him. He was so into the things that I liked. We mountain biked, we skied, we hiked, and now we have an 8-year-old, and those are the things that we do as a family. My expedition was actually to Moab, and now every year as a family we go to Moab.
Definitely cherish those friendships that you make in ecotourism because they'll stay with you for a lifetime. 12 years later, I'm still in contact with a lot of my good friends that I met in the program, and it's kind of amazing to think that so many years have passed and those memories are still shared and they're as vivid as they were as the day that they happened. Hi, my name is Evan Ferguson. I graduated in 2008 and I now work at Connect Charter School as a phys ed teacher. The ETOL program, it really set the stage for what I really wanted to do with my life. So then I went back to school and I got my BEd degree after a history degree. And then I ended up taking a job in Bloodvein First Nation in Manitoba. And that kind of led me back to Connect Charter School when we've got an amazing outdoor ed program there. And it's been an amazing journey. I didn't know if it was going to take as long as it did, but I'm really glad to be back here in Calgary working at an amazing school. The ETOL program really gave me a lot of confidence as a young man, that's for sure. It's really helped shape who I am as an educator as well. Outdoor education is something that I hold really dear, and it's something that I really think that is important to the program that we have at Connect in order to give those opportunities to students to be in the outdoors, to learn about camping, learn some of those basic skills that maybe some of us that grew up with it take for granted. After being away from Calgary for 6 years, I haven't had a ton of involvement in the ETOL program. But recently I have been in communication with Ian Sherrington, and we've talked about possibly getting involved with MRU. I'm really optimistic that we'll have some involvement with the ecotourism program in the future, and definitely looking forward to all the possibilities that the wonderful MRU ETOL students have to bring to the table, and I'm sure our students can also benefit at Connect from all their knowledge and experience that they'll bring as well.
If you feel like you are getting a blister, it's really important to stop and take care of it. Make sure that you got some good blister stuff in your backpack. My name is Bridget Mahaffey. I graduated in 2013 and I am the youth program coordinator at the Outdoor Center at the University of Calgary. I started working at the Outdoor Center part-time in 2008. So I worked part-time there as a summer camp leader and a cross-country ski instructor. So I've been doing that for the past 7.5 years. There's just so many areas of growth within the industry that I'm in. So being in the same job for 7.5 years has just been super exciting. I hire a few ETOL students every summer to work our summer camps. Over the past 8 summers, I've been able to do a bunch of practicums with them, which is super fun. So if you're ever looking for a sweet practicum opportunity, hit me up. Might be able to work something out.
The amount of effort you put in during your time in the program will make the difference. So if you put in a lot of effort, you'll get a lot out of it. If you put in very little in just the baseline, you're just gonna pass on through without getting to seize all the great opportunities that come with the program.
Hi there, my name is Stephen Fanstone. I graduated in 2020 and I currently work at the Glencoe Recreation Center. Since graduating ETOL, it's only been about 6 months, but in that time I've completed my ACMG PRCI, which is just a top rope climbing instructor with the Association of Canadian Mountain Guides. I've worked for the company I did my practicum with, Hula Ventures, doing a series of day camps all around Alberta. And then from there, I now work as a part-time climbing instructor at the Glencoe Recreation Center. I've discovered more of my passions through guiding, whether that be paddling, rock climbing, backpacking, as well as getting a deep motivation to also pursue business with a lot of the classes through public speaking, entrepreneurship, and so forth. And that's kind of led me to where I am today, as a part-time guide and also pursuing, hopefully in the future, business masters and other things like that. I still have a lot of really close connections with a lot of people in 4th year, 3rd year, 2nd year. And I've developed some really good friendships. I'm still connected there, and I don't think I'll really ever leave till everyone I know has graduated, so.
We loved getting to know these 4 ETOL alumni. We learned so much about them and the many different paths ETOL can take you down. We want to thank each of them for providing advice and insight into life after ETOL.
Whoa, you got here quick. Weren't you just in that last film?
I rolled down the mountain and changed my jacket. No, but in actuality, I'm very privileged to have been one of the students to have worked on that film and really getting to know all of the alumni in that film more so than just like the 7 minutes that you just saw.
And what I really enjoyed is really seeing where the ETOL degree can take you. It's so diverse, so it's super awesome to see where they've ended up. But next, we have a film showcasing an ETOL alumni's local business, the Calgary Heritage Roasting Company. This business has been brewing up quite the attention and has recently launched its bigger brother, Canadian Heritage Roasting Company. Although that's impressive on its own, their story is even more impressive.
Bree, I'm whispering loud enough so everyone can hear, but I think that actually made tree planting look fun.
Boom, roasted.
All right, well, honestly though, that was like an amazing film. It was really neat to see what, you know, at least one of the alumni is getting up to. A huge shout out to probably the hundreds of alumni that have watched Film Night, are watching Film Night right now. We're honored to be, you know, walking in your steps nowadays, and it's great to see what some of you have been getting up to.
All right, well that concludes all the films that we have to show to you tonight. However, now we're on to the moment you've all been waiting for, the prize announcements. First, we're going to start with the door prizes. All right, so by purchasing your ETOL Film Night ticket, you were automatically entered into our grand prize draw. What you didn't know is that we actually have a few prizes up for grabs. So first up, we have this 32-liter Deuter backpack, donated by an anonymous donor. It is lightly used, but in nearly perfect condition. All right, so let's see who the winner is. The winner is
Landon Dueck.
All right, next up we have this 10-tree package, which includes a hat and a hoodie. I believe it's size medium, if you want to double check for me.
It is medium.
Yes, size medium. This was donated by 10-tree. So good luck.
I like it. Looks good.
And the winner is
Harley Maith.
For the next prize, we have a Write in the Rain notebook kit.
Oh, oh my gosh, it's green. Look at that.
This is actually an awesome package. Not only do you get your binded notebook, but you have a waterproof case and a waterproof pen. This prize was donated by Write in the Rain themselves. Perfect for an ETOLer. And the winner is
Gabby Walker.
All right, this next prize is pretty epic. What we got here is a customized ETOL shot ski. This was donated by the MRU Ski Club and put together by the ETOL Film Night Committee of 2020. Coolest thing, the boots come out of the bindings. But just a forewarning, these are measured. There's a green run, blue run, black run to measure your shot. But the double black is 3 ounces, so start with the green run. All right. And the winner is
Dana Behrens.
All right, now we have the grand prize. And I know that we kind of kept this a secret from you guys, but let me tell you, it's a good one. So what we got here is a one-night stay at the Malcolm Hotel in Canmore with 2 tastings at the Wildlife Distillery. This was donated by the Peak Hotel and Resorts, and as you may have guessed, the Wildlife Distillery. All right, so drum roll, please.
I can't drum roll.
And the winner is
Doug Steven.
All right, well, that's not it for prizes. As many of you know and have probably seen on social media, we actually held a social media contest this year. And although we announced the winners of the contest earlier in the show, we didn't actually announce what prizes they won. And I don't even know if they knew about this. So the first contest we had was
Master of the Pieces.
And this is the prize here. So this is a handmade sort of knit artwork done by one of the students in the ETOL class this year. So congratulations to
Sierra Hope.
For the second social media challenge, we had what you call Gear Up. And the winner gets this lovely buff donated by the MRU Ski Club. So congratulations to
Reneo Oler.
For our third challenge, we had the Iron Chef Backpacking Edition. And for this prize, it's actually still hot in the press, but the winner here gets a collaborative ETOL recipe cookbook. So congratulations to
Chad Bullock.
For the fourth social media challenge, we had the Fortress of ETOL, which the prize for this one is a bivvy. Yeah. I said donated by Gear Trade. So congratulations to
Jen Smulders.
For our fifth and final social media contest, we had what was called
Don't Furry, Be Happy.
All right, we actually got this awesome leash that was made not only by an ETOL grad, his company is called Rad Leashes, but it's made from retired climbing gear, and I heard it's a rope from the MRU wall itself. So congratulations to
Christian Mayer.
We would like to take a moment here to give a shout out to all those who entered the social media contest and who got into that ETOL spirit. So thank you for sharing that. It was very entertaining for all of us.
All right, and now we're gonna probably maybe head on back inside, and we're gonna hand the floor over to some folks who are gonna be introducing the infamous Friends of ETOL Award. Take it away.
Thank you, Curtis and Bree. Now we're going to move on, and I am here to introduce this year's 2020 Friend of ETOL Award. In 2012, this award was created to recognize all of the remarkable individuals within the outdoor community at large and the generous contributions they make towards our program. Each year, the fourth-year applied leadership class, as well as the ETOL faculty, chooses one recipient who devotes their time, energy, and expertise towards supporting our students in their journey to becoming future outdoor leaders. To express our gratitude for the significant impact the chosen individual has had on the ETOL community, we're presenting them with a hand-detailed Friend of ETOL canoe paddle. For this year's award, I had the opportunity to create a personalized wood-burn paddle for our Friend of ETOL. I would like to share some of our past recipients of the Friend of ETOL Award. In 2017, our recipient was Court Restemeyer, the Vincent Massey outdoor education teacher. In 2018, our recipient was Sylvain Vanier, 18-time co-teacher to the Intro to Mountain Biking course. In 2019, our recipient was Rebecca Giamarino, an active alumni, trip assistant, and indigenization leader. I now want to pass the stage to Ian, who will announce the recipient of the 2020 Friend of ETOL Award. Ian Sherrington is the ETOL coordinator and a professor at Mount Royal University, and has been helping the Applied Leadership class host ETOL Film Night since the very beginning.
Thank you, Vienna. God, there's been a lot of obstacles getting to this point. And my big obstacle this morning was trying to figure out the appropriate clothing to wear, because having taught online for the last 8 months, the top of my circulation pile was sweats, t-shirts, and pajamas, basically. So trying to find these was a bit of an interesting one. When I look out over this packed house in front of me, rather than seeing a vacant void, I picture all of you lounging on your couches, snuggling up to loved ones, probably wrapping your fingers around a steaming mug of hot cocoa, maybe spiked with a little something special, which will help the next 5 minutes go a little faster for you. And it fills me with joy just to think how this community has come together despite the obstacles presented by this year. Before I get into the Friend of ETOL Award, I just want to acknowledge a few individuals that really made this event happen from behind the scenes. First of all, Brent Mann and his crew in the conservatory, the MRU Conservatory, really going to bat for us to allow this event to happen. Irv Ratusniak, a broadcasting prof, and his students who really helped us with the rehearsal last week. Dr. Stephen Price and Dr. Maggie Price, the Dean and Associate Deans of our faculty, who just gave us unwavering support and really, really helped get this thing across the finish line. Brittany Scott from the foundation, who gave me all sorts of advice on the financial matters surrounding this, and those who know me know that I'm a bit of a buffoon in those areas. So thank you, Brittany. And then finally, I'd like to thank Alan Derbyshire, who you saw in the film earlier. And I'd just like to thank him for his vision for getting this whole program off the ground over 20 years ago. And I think back 22 years to a room where I was with Alan Derbyshire and the late Don Watts. And we were putting together the curriculum for this proposed program, and in true Don Watts style, we were putting hundreds of little stickers, colored stickers on columns of curriculum outcomes on flip charts. And from that seed grew the ETOL program, and from that, the ETOL Film Night a few years later. So thank you, Alan. And then finally, just thank you to the ETOL students of the 4th year outdoor leadership class, who have just done an amazing job twisting and turning and ducking and weaving and responding to this crazy year that has been dealt to us. So thank you. This year's recipient of the Friend of ETOL Award is none other than the indomitable Will Woods. So what does one look for in a co-leader when you're in the sometimes chaotic, often hazardous, and always uncertain world of outdoor leadership? Well, definitely you want trust, you want some mutual respect, and definitely some good outdoor skills come in handy. But maybe most importantly, you want someone who will tell you the honest truth when it matters most. In 2006, Will and I were with 12 ETOL students on Baffin Island in Ayuatuk National Park in the eastern Arctic of Canada. And we were skiing on the Penny Ice Cap on a particularly warm day when a wet avalanche released high above us on the side of a mountain and started to make its way slowly towards us. I immediately said to the students, you know what, we're okay, we're in a safe spot. To which one of the students said to me, how do you know? And I said, well, you know what, it's like a golf shot. So you can kind of read the lay of the green, and you can see that it's kind of pitching it to the left, so the ball is going to go left. A couple minutes later, Will approached me and said, hey, Ian, how many times have you golfed? This is where you laugh, and I would hear your laughter. Will's brand of honest, straight shooting, critical analysis, coupled with a deep investment in student learning, has been a massive asset to our program since he himself was a student. When he graduated in 2006, he earned the honor of valedictorian of the entire university, or in that case, at that time, college of Mount Royal. That same spring, he accompanied me to Baffin Island, which began our professional affiliation. Over the ensuing 14 years, Will has remained closely associated with the ETOL program in numerous ways. As the Canadian director of an American-based adventure tourism outfit, he has provided alumni with jobs over the years and practicum students with positions. He's also been an active member of the alumni chapter, coming back and lecturing in classes, and also in our ETOL speaker series, which happens in February. As a fully certified ACMG, or Association of Canadian Mountain Guides, hiking guide, and almost a full ski guide, he's come back and given his expertise and his knowledge on various activity courses and expeditions. Of note, he has co-taught the AST, or Avalanche Skills Training course, for the past 5 years. That's embedded within our winter backcountry travel class. He's also been an integral part of the success of 4 expeditions that have ran through the Purcell Mountains. You saw one of them earlier in the show, that is near his home in Golden, BC. These intensive wilderness immersion experiences are key to the development of our students. They come away with not only a set of skills to undertake such trips, but a heightened sense of self. They understand the current trends and nuances in the outdoor sector, and they have a really good base in the eclectic art of trail banter. All of these outcomes are enriched by Will's presence. So we are so fortunate to have the remarkable supporting cast of individuals that make up the Friend of ETOL. This program would certainly not be the same without them. So it gives me great pleasure to present the 2020 Friend of ETOL Award to Will Woods. And I think I owe you all an honest answer. I have golfed 4 times. So just give me a second while I COVID-proof this paddle before I hand it off. Congratulations, Will.
Whoa. Look at that. Well, thanks, guys. I'm honored to be selected as this year's Friend of ETOL, and I think that we have a special community. I think that our community runs on passion and big dreams, and it has been my pleasure to play a supporting cast role in watching you guys pursue your passion and look at achieving your big dreams. And it's been a lot of fun along the way. There's been a couple of really nasty nights in tents, and there's been a lot of laughter and a lot of jokes and a lot of sweat. And yeah, I look forward to seeing the people that you folks become and the ways that you change our industry and our world for the better.
Well, thank you, Ian, and thank you, Will Woods, for being such an awesome member of the ETOL community. I've personally been able to have Will as one of my co-assistants on various trips and my expedition, so I first-handedly can vouch that he has motivated me and inspired me to be an incredible outdoor leader, and I don't think I could have learned half the things I have learned without him and Ian by my side.
Vienna, I've got the word.
What? What word? What?
Haven't you heard? The votes are in.
Oh!
And it's time to announce our winners.
Oh boy. Well, let's announce our photo contest winners first, shall we?
Let's do it. All the photos this year were so amazing. I don't know how the viewers picked just one.
The winner of the photo contest will receive a 1-month multi-facility pass to the Calgary Climbing Center, some sweet ETOL stickers, and a car decal. Decal? Decal? You get the point.
I think it's a decal.
Decal?
Decal, for sure. And the winner of this year's photo contest is Reflection of the Castle by Danielle Gervais.
Woohoo!
Very exciting. Congratulations, Danielle.
Awesome job, Danielle. Woohoo! And now, the moment you've all been waiting for.
Woo-hoo. So
It's
exciting.
Esker Award time. For those who might not know, an esker is a glacial formation that creates winding paths, which is symbolic of a student's experience throughout ETOL. Since 2013, the winner of the Esker film has had their name engraved on the Esker Award. In addition to that award, the winner takes home an epic prize.
This year, the winner of the Esker Award will receive 2 one-month multi-facility passes to the Calgary Climbing Center, a custom ETOL hacky sack, stickers, and a car decal.
All right, and the winner of our Esker Award is Why by Brian Schmidt and Ryan Dumke. Congratulations.
Ooh, congratulations, you guys.
That's so exciting.
Congratulations to both of our winners. So exciting. Huge congratulations. We'll be in touch soon with you guys. And a huge thank you to everybody who submitted films and photos this year, as this night would not have happened without you guys.
With the night coming to a close, there's a few final things we'd like to mention. First and foremost, thank you so much to everyone who participated in our silent auction. We counted up the totals, and I think Brianna said it was somewhere around $4,700, which is astounding, and wow, me and Ian and the whole class are just thrilled with that, so thank you so much. There were some amazing prizes this year. We'll get in touch with everyone who won something after the show. Also, this year we wanted to be able to bring ETOL with you wherever you go. Choose from t-shirts, hoodies, and of course, ETOL signature toques. But don't worry, we also have stickers for your Nalgene's and hacky sacks for your feet. So please check out our merch website.
Yes, some very cool merch has been made available. And I don't know about you guys, but I am definitely going to be decked out in some ETOL gear pretty soon. Also, in case you missed the announcement during the intermission, curbside pickups for merch and prizes is scheduled for Saturday, December 12th between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. at Mount Royal University. You'll be able to sign up for a slot online on Tuesday, December 1st. Please follow us on social media and watch for updates. You can find us at etolfilmnight at etolfilmnight on Instagram or etolfilmnight@gmail.com, or just keep an eye out on our website. To wrap things up, we would like to give a thank you to everybody who helped make this event a success. This includes our generous donors, you guys, the audience, for attending, the ETOL community, the rest of our applied leadership class, who I really wish could have been here with tonight. I miss you guys all so much. Our professor, Ian Sherrington. We would also like to thank the amazing faculty and staff of ETOL, as well as Mount Royal University's broadcasting program and event theater services for making this night a reality.
I'm also super thankful, and thank you so much, Laura, for being an amazing co-host. And thank you, Ian, for being a fantastic professor, and thank you so much to all of our classmates that helped us get through this together. Such strong leaders and an even stronger community has formed. Thank you all again for joining us tonight, no matter where you all are. It's late. Well, Laura, I think it's safe to say we're officially hanging out.